Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Ruby. Tell me, how have you been? You had a stomachache last night, and sorry, I
It's still
slept
bad.
off.
No
Yeah.
worries, no worries. It's still bad, but it is at least bearable.
Did you go to the doctor? Sorry,
Did you freeze?
can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yeah,
Okay. So I'm asking, did you go to the doctor?
no,
If it is
not yet.
unbearable, then I would
No,
recommend.
it is not. It's not unbearable now. That's what I said. Like it's just as if you have lump in your throat. It's just a lump in. You feel that there is a lump in the stomach.
Yeah, so that is why not just once get to the doctor and get a diagnosis done about what is it?
Yeah,
Because what see, um, as much as I recommend everybody to do Soul's Temple, but at the same time, I also feel that it's very important to go when it's, say, for example, it's persistent pain, and if it's not at all changing, even after doing Soul's Temple or anything. Uh, I'm muting you, Vanta. So, even after doing Soul's Temple or anything, if the pain is persistent in something, let's not be stubborn about only healing it through healing modality. Okay, it's sometimes good to just, at least for diagnosis sake, it's good to visit a doctor and find out, okay, what's going on in the body biology of it, right? The whatever, I mean, hormonal or whatever that is. Basically, once you get a diagnosis done, you're clear in your head, okay, there's nothing severe, there's nothing which is going to trouble me later, and then
yeah.
we can work with Soul Temple. It is perfect. Because what happens is, I have, once I had an injury, and I was very adamant of I won't go to the doctor, and I prolonged that diagnosis, and my injury became so bad, like that, almost after some time it almost became like I'm going to be handicapped for life, because I just thought,
Mm.
the pain is going away, and pain would also go away, because that's my, like, fantastic belief in the work of Soul's Temple and other things. So I will do Soul's Temple, and the pain will just subside. But the injury, like the hit on my ligament in my right shoulder, was getting, um, I don't know,
And
broader, wider, whatever.
mm,
And I was continuing with my life, everything I was doing. I was carrying weight, I was doing this, I was doing that, until somebody like actually shook me up and, like, said that stop fooling yourself and stop fooling other people, that your healing can, take this off, and get to the doctor, like a very strong authoritative message. And then I went to the doctor. This was like 3 months down the injury, let me tell you. 3 months down the injury, when I went to the doctor, on the x-ray table, if that person is telling me that you have to lie down like this so that this part is done, the x-ray is done, I was not able to lie down and get up. Like that unbearable the pain was. And then the doctor said it's really bad, you have to do like a physiotherapy every day for a couple of weeks. That is one different thing. And then he gave some calcium, he gave some medicines, and then he said you can, like, kind of, it's a this part injury, so you can't actually put a sling to it, but you have to make sure that you don't move this hand unduly, like, unnecessarily. So then, still, I went to the medical store and I got that thing that can keep my shoulder and my this intact like this, and I wore that. And then I stopped doing things from this hand, and I started taking the calcium and whatever medicines they have given for like 8 to 10 days. And at the same time, I was also doing my healing. I didn't stop my healing any which way. So I was doing my healing, but because the injury had got so worse that it probably, if I would have got the diagnosis done in the beginning and then I would have continued with my healing, then I might have gotten better in, say, 2 months or 3 months. But this delay and this neglect and this adamant, being adamant about getting, uh, healing it only through modalities or whatever, cost me 1 year. Now, see, I can come back after 1 year and say, oh, there was a brilliance in it. I learned so much in this healing, and there was so much I needed to clear. There was so much of past which came up, and then I cleared all of this. See, I can give 1,000 reasons and justification to say that I'm right. Basically, why do we give reasons and justification? We want to say that I'm right. Okay.
Yeah.
And in that process, what about the body? What about the people who care for you, who feel very horribly helpless because you're not listening? And what about the the pain that is increasing by the day? Okay. And all of that, when I did, right, after that particular year, I made it like really, really important in my universe that if I'm working with anybody and if it's unbearable and it's not going after two or three, I won't give more than 3 sessions for anything. If it's not changing after 3 sessions, then please, especially with physical body things, then please get to the doctor, find out what's going on. Then you can combine medicines and healing, or Ayurveda, or homeopathy, or psychiatric medicines if it's a mental illness. But it is kind of important to uh, combine everything that is possible and get out of it ASAP. In the sense, again, if it's for me, for example, if it's a ligament injury, naturally it will take 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, whatever time it has to take. So that I cannot say that, oh, with my healing, why didn't it get better in a week? If my whole ligament is torn, I can't expect my muscle to just join magically in a week, right? Because I only created the hurt getting deeper. I only created it getting worse. So then I have to wait for it to heal and whatever time it takes for me to heal without making anybody who's telling me that you worsened it wrong, because they are telling what they are seeing. They are only they are they are talking logical
They're
actually.
talking facts.
Yeah, they are talking logical. They are telling practical what is going on, and I may be in my healer's irrational space, and I might just say that no, fine, I'm still going to change it by healing, which I can. I trust. But then where doctors are required, where medicines are required, where homeopathy or Ayurveda or even diet is required, or some some something, whatever is required, exercise is required, it needs to be done. That's all. We have to be, in this space, we have to be fair with ourselves and others who care for us,
Reality. Yeah.
right? That's what. And maybe this conversation is also important for everybody to hear. That's why it's happening. Maybe you're becoming instrumental for everybody to know that, yeah, don't make one way of life significant. Don't make one way of healing significant. Don't make one way of dealing with things significant. If one is not working, try another, try the third. If nothing is working, go to the doctor, take your medicines, do just what any regular person will do without any ego, without anything that, oh my God, why did I have? Like, I remember the first day when we did this, when we started this on 21st. First day, no, on 13th, this lady who had got COVID, she had pain all over her body. And when I took her as a demo in the class, so I said, okay, let's connect to the entire body and where is the most prominent pain, because it's COVID and the entire body is paining, and we cannot blame that, oh, you created this pain in your body. We have to go, like, face facts, right?
Yeah.
And so when she said the upper, the upper body, and the first thing that came to me in that moment, that upper body is like about burdening yourself. So I said, what are you burdening yourself with? And the only answer that she gave was, how could I get COVID?
Yeah.
Because she knew many healing modalities. She's done like that many classes, and that much she knows. But even after knowing all that we know, we can develop a disease or a problem. Why we developed it is something we can analyze later.
Yeah.
That, oh, maybe I neglected it. Maybe, oh, it's happening to everybody, so it happened. Whatever be the reason, but burdening yourselves with the fact that shit, it should never happen to me, that it must never come to me. But now that it has come, I'm going to kill myself because I created it. With the
It,
thought that, how could I have it? That's too much. Already the body is hurting. Already there's COVID. And then all the more you burden yourself with, why did I get it? And you being like a cruel, like critical parent on your kid. This poor child, this body. So, that I, and the moment we addressed that, and then I think couple of more things, she felt the relief of what she didn't feel in 10 days. Now, here I wouldn't say that I'm a great healer or anything. I would just say it was pretty coincidental for me to exactly get what needs to be done in that moment. But at the same time, it was a realization that how much we beat ourselves up for for anything unlikely to happen to us, thinking that we were not supposed to get this. We were not supposed to do this to us. After all the knowledge, after all the everything that I know, 10 years of work, etc., etc., if I'm getting it, that means there's something wrong with me. And that is pretty much unfair. Unfair to yourself and unfair to the people, like really the people who are with you, who have to bear the brunt of it. Because even whether you like it or not, there are a set of people who really care for you. Whether we acknowledge it, whether we don't acknowledge it, whether we say, I'm just alone, I don't have anybody in this world, and nobody cares for me, and this and that, that can be my story for centuries. But there are people who care. And then when you're choosing to be miserable and when you're choosing to have pain for a very long time and not doing what is needed to be done, um, even if it is going to the doctor and taking a medicine, then you're actually, that pain of yours is putting everybody in pain. So then you're not being responsible for for that moment, for that time. And it's good to be responsible. And then alongside, yes, healing can continue alongside. Definitely, if something has to get better in, say, 6 months, alongside healing, when you're doing any healing, it will, the time of recovery will cut short to, say, 2 months or 1 month, or whatever. That depends on the severity of the problem. That depends on the um your capacity to heal, inner capacity, inner strength, inner capacity. So it depends on a lot of other factors, which, like, I don't want to discuss those factors right now because those are different for every individual. There is no set um thing to it that, oh, everybody has the same capacity. Not all of us have the same capacity. Neither the mental nor the physical, nor the, you know whatever, spiritual or emotional, anything. For example, if I have to talk about me, mm, all my areas of life, say it being my relationship with my children, uh, my parents, and the people that I work with, etc., etc., having done a lot of work, it's pretty much fine. I know when to step in, when to withdraw, when to just keep aloof to myself, and when to not talk to anybody. All of that, thankfully, I have kind of learned, cultivated, and I'm getting okay with that need of myself. That okay, sometimes I'll be and sometimes I won't be. Sometimes I'll work say 12 hours and sometimes I won't even work 1 hour, and I might just sleep for 12 hours. So all of that I have realized about me. It's a self realization, self awareness, and then now I don't make myself wrong for any of that. If somebody is not comfortable, they have the most simplest choice: leave. Leave me to myself. This is what it is. And those who care more than leaving me to myself, they'll take that extra mile and they'll come and they'll ask me that, okay, do you need anything from me? Which I'm grateful that I have such people also in my universe. That despite the fact that I'll tell them leave everybody if I'm in a fit of my insanity, but still there will be some people who will be like, no, I'm not going to leave. You have to do what I'm saying. So whatever is required, thankfully, uh, this bit I've learned uh, from Access Consciousness: receiving without judgment. Okay, receiving anything without judgment, even the feedback, even the stupid comments which people make, or anything that people say about me, good or bad. Okay, and at the same time, you're getting to the core of what is the intention of the other person to do this. What is the intention? For example, if whatever I'm telling you, if you take it personally to me, right? I'm just giving an example. So if you take it personally, and if you stop coming on calls from tomorrow, okay, what will happen? Oh, what did she do? I just asked for my stomach ache and she made a big lecture out of it. I'm just giving an example. Okay, then what do we lose on? We lose on somebody who genuinely cares, but in this moment must have said a lot of things, considering that it's important for you to be fine. I want to see you healthy. I want to see you better. And it is not about putting you down or making you wrong or making myself right or giving examples to show that I'm better than you. None of that. Okay. Now, this candid conversation, when you can have with the people you care for and the people who you care for and they care for you, that is like a win-win situation where you can be yourself and you can still tell them that I would love you to be yourself, but in this moment I would love you to see what's important for you, isn't it? I hope
Yeah.
you get what I'm saying.
I already got it. It's just my being paranoid of doctors. It's not from now. It's like I hate going to hospitals. That's one space I just hate. I hate, it might be a very strong word. It is much more than hate.
So
It,
then maybe this small experience is coming to you to tell you that there's no need to hate anything,
yeah.
that it's okay. I can just go and get one simple diagnosis done, or maybe pop a simple pill, and if the pain goes away, and later on I can dig into the reasons why this pain persists. And later on, I can figure out a way of healing it, or get some therapy done from someone, take help from someone, whatever, or make a diet plan for now. Do something. But the thing is, why has this whole conversation come up, that the paranoia of not going to the hospital and doctor? If all of us actually, if the first person who got COVID wouldn't have neglected it for a while and wouldn't have interacted with too many people, probably it would have saved a lot of other people,
Yep.
right? Similarly, like in my all my souls temple examples that I give, which Atman used to give, is that a stitch in time saves nine,
Definitely.
isn't it? So instead of putting ourselves into so much pain, simply a diagnosis, nothing else. I'm not saying you have to just take medicines and do something about it, but it's okay to get a diagnosis. Cool.
Yeah.
I take it as a
Take it with a
genuine,
pinch of salt.
yeah, take it
That's
as a person who genuinely cares, asking you to do something which will help you for your better,
yeah.
right?
Thanks. Yeah.
Thank you. And thank you for bringing this up. I don't know, there might be so many people who are doing the same. So, yeah, a lot of us, we take a lot of pride, right, in being healers and therapists and everything. And so we don't want to accept the fact that I can also fall ill. I can also have an issue and something which I cannot deal with myself or alone. You know, there's a possibility of all of that becoming a matter of pride and ego. However, that doesn't mean I'm telling that it is that for you. It just means that I'm showing you a different side. And I that if you would have seen the Neelam's first when she came in the morning call, that day we spoke about a lot of about shadow. And this is
Yes.
also like a shadow. Okay. However, I don't know whether today's conversation is going to be about shadow or something else. That's up to Neelam. And now that I've taken enough of the time already, but still, we have a bandwidth to extend as much as you all can, and Neelam wants to. So, welcoming Neelam on board for today. Hi, everybody. This is Neelam Nanvani, and she is my basic and advanced shamanism teacher, and I've done Rising from the Phoenix with her, which involves inner child shadow work and actually experiencing death therapeutically. I think, yeah, Rising from the Phoenix was my first workshop with Neelam and Paul. It just blew up my entire being, body, everything. I couldn't stop talking about it obsessively till the next 1 month to everybody. That, oh my God, it's something that everybody must experience. So, yeah, I mean, it was beautiful because literally after the inner child shadow work and everything, the third day, they take you into a death space that you're dying. And then after death, just before death, like, would you like to talk to like just the three people whom you would like to talk to? And then that whole enact of that death, oh my God, it made me realize a lot of things at that time, long back. And I've never taken death for granted and life for granted after that, ever. So that's the beauty of the work that Neelam and Paul together have done. And now that Paul has passed away, I still don't feel that that's the end. It's a new beginning for Neelam to show up with her brilliance. And Paul, of course, I'm sure he's a guardian angel with all of us now to take this work forward. So over to you, Neelam. Thank you for coming here.
Thank you for inviting Vandana, and thank you all for having me. Very interesting conversation. We began with body, and I think I just wrote in one of my posts about connection to the body. So many a times we need medical assistance, as you rightly said. In my own COVID journey, it was very interesting. I hadn't until I had COVID in the first week of April taken allopathic medicine except supplements for 15 years. And I hadn't taken antibiotics for 15 years. And that was one of my biggest concerns because COVID involves a lot of antibiotics and my body just doesn't take antibiotics. And when I had flu, 103 fever, coming back from Delhi, I think it was shamanism or becoming the phoenix, I don't remember. Me and Paul fell severely ill. We traveled in the train and the AC was not, it was moldy and all of that. And I got flu. Virus is another kind of, COVID is considered another kind of flu. And even 103 fever I had, it helped with healing and homeopathy. So this was one of my strong beliefs. Allopathy nahi chahiye. I don't want allopathy. So it's interesting that this topic has come up. But I had to, because as Vandana was saying, that as when healers get COVID, हमको कैसे हो सकता है? So it kind of makes you feel unworthy, makes one feel unworthy within. And that's the whole root cause of the humanity and the collective consciousness where we are is to if we are being brought down to our knees. We are being brought down to our knees. Our ego is scraped off, and the title of that healer, and I'm a healer, I can heal, also has to go, because unless you go down to that point of zero of nothingness, which has actually happened in my life after Paul, and I've been saying that everything is scraped off, and unless you go back to that point of zero, you cannot recreate. So nature and cycles also teaches that the death, I mean metaphorically as well, the fall down of systems is necessary, chaos is necessary before clarity can come in, before rebirth can take place. So it could be the death of our own ego. What is dying individually within each one of us in these times, which we are called to let go of, what dysfunction we are holding on to, is very necessary for all of us to introspect. And I had to let go of that conditioning that I won't take allopathy. I had to take allopathy. I was also confronted with my own fears and stuff like that. The only simple thing which we are again and again realizing as a collective consciousness right now, that we have no control. All the while the humanity has tried to control. Even with healing, in a way, we're trying to control. Okay, through healing, I will heal. That is also one kind of expectation to the end result, and hence a control. And what is being taken away is feet below our ground, wherein no matter what we do, we don't have control in the current situation. We just have to adapt and flow as per the time, and we have to accept the chaos. There is no other solution. That's the current situation. And so when we can go through worry and anxiety and helplessness and fear of the unknown, these are all byproducts of not having control. These are all byproducts of control. Control is a byproduct of ego. What I am realizing through my own journey and through the collective is that our ego is being scraped down. Only when our ego scrapes down, we go back to the heart. We go back to what really matters, the connection of the heart and the body. And then we start believing in the divinity that we are, and we start believing in the divinity that is, and we go back to prayer and surrender. All that we can do right now is go back to prayer, blessings, ceremony, ritual, surrender, and that's what matters. No matter how ill our near and dear ones, treatment is going on, but no matter how much our healing we send, we still are brought down to our knees. We still are brought down to trust and surrender. So that's what I did, Bandana. When the doctor, I had to take like 18 pills of antibiotics. My fever wasn't going down for 10 days, right?
Right.
So Fabiflu, it's like 1800 mg of antibiotics in a day. And I was very, very scared. And I didn't want to take the doctor prescribed the, what do you call it, the antacid, because I know that one, antibiotic kills good bacteria in the gut, and then antacid will also do that.
Yeah.
So what I did, I would call 2-3 friends or so-called healers. I would pick up that strip of medicine and I would say, bless this strip of medicine that I get only good. उसमें भी अपना हीलर गिरी तो आ ही जाता है ना.
ठीक है, उसको तो हम बाहर नहीं निकाल सकते.
No, I would remember the power of prayer and blessings even during those times, right?
Yes, yes.
Because we discount simplicity in life.
Yes.
We want to do big things, but we are brought down to basics. Living from the heart, power of prayer. The way indigenous tribes lived, they would collect in a circle and pray. They would collect and do blessings, and they would, they would surrender. This is what the crux of the message in the current times is, that we have to learn to trust the greater design. We have to, surrender and pray.
Yes.
And so that's what I would do. I would tell the students to pray.
Yes.
My spirits were going really low, and then everybody would collectively gather and do a prayer ceremony, and then my spirit would rise, and I would get the motivation to take those 1800 mg of. I would say, hold space for me. I'm taking it. And I'm like, okay.
As if somebody is poking a weapon on the body.
I would like literally chat with somebody. I'm like, hold space for me. No गोलियां ना मेरे से ली नहीं जा रही हैं. So hold space for me. I'm like, okay, 2 pills down. I would count literally. उनको message करती थी Vandana literally. I really became child, and it's so important because when we become a child,
yes,
and trust in the process of life of allowing to receive support, allowing to receive help and love, and help also opens up. But because in the adult self we go into that ego, we block everything, and so that's also the illness also brought me to that childlike innocence कि यार ठीक है यार मैं बच्ची हूँ मेरे से नहीं ली जा रही है मेरे को
नहीं खाना है दवाई
नहीं खाना और अच्छी नहीं लग रही है तो खाना पड़ेगा यार मैं बहुत परेशान हूँ यार कोई समझ नहीं रहा. This would be my dialogue. And it was so funny. I mean, now I'm laughing
Yeah,
about it. But
but
I was
absolutely.
crying
One second, Neelam, I don't want to stop the flow. थोड़ा सा तेरा laptop screen को make it till your, yeah, perfect. Yeah, now
So,
please continue.
so yeah, I would ask for the blessings.
Yeah,
Ki, our words have power.
yeah,
Instead of indulging in the energy of fear,
yes,
because fear is again coming from control. We as such can't do anything. So we have a choice whether to indulge in the energy of fear and uncertainty or go back to the basics and operate from that space of heart, which brings us to that childlike innocence, which brings us to that childlike surrender and trust. Ki, whatever is best for me and my loved ones is automatically going to happen. So that is one very important lesson that came my way. And trust me, when I did that, no, Bandana, I mean, I had people bless my medicines. I did not get any side effects. I did not absolutely get any side effects except some stomach unrest after COVID, which also went away.
I completely trust that.
I did not have to take any antacid or any stomach medicine. Absolutely, that was one thing which I did. Second
Yes,
important aspect, which was I allowed my body to guide me what I needed to eat, and so and not only for COVID, for all aspects of the illness and for all aspects of our life, our body is the biggest messenger. It's a storehouse of wisdom. All the wisdom that we seek outside in nature, in guides, in power animals, in divinity, in nature, in healing is inside our body because it's the biggest guide. So in a given moment, what is the body guiding? So my body would not take grains. I mean, everybody would scold me, eat it, but I could not eat. Only thing that I was propelled to eat was watermelon, naril pan. Now I am coughing like crazy ki vomit ho raha hai, itna cough ho raha hai. And people are saying fruits nahi khana hai because they tend to be sugary and they induce the cough. But the only fruit that I could eat was watermelon, and then the only water that I could drink was coconut water, and then kiwis, of course. Later on, and this was coming through my desire ki mere ko kya khana hai, and I trusted that. Cough ho jata tha, I would deal with that. I would have a coughlette and all of that. But later on, after my COVID is gone and I'm all right, my sister is sending me videos. No, sign symbols and synchronicity. We are asked to take zinc during COVID. All of us know that vitamin C and zinc. Okay, kiwi has the highest amount of zinc. Watermelon seeds have the highest amount of zinc. Coconut water has the highest amount of zinc. My intelligent ego mind doesn't know this. My body knows this. So trusting the wisdom of the body in these times is very, very important. So even if we have some symptoms like cough or cold, instead of panicking, instead of worrying, we must teach ourselves and our near and dear ones to listen to the wisdom of the body and reconnect with the body. Because what happens is, because of our focus, which has been always outside, we've forgotten to go inside. And that's what the current pandemic is forcing us to do in many ways. And going inside is also listening to the call of the body, is allowing the body to pause. What happens during COVID? We are absolutely tired. We have no option but to go within. We have no option but to rest. We have no option but to receive. All that the divine feminine that we've given away and being very, very masculine in doing, in providing, in action, in greed, in control, and ye chahiye, ye karna hai, wo karna hai, tam jham sara, it's being nullified. It's being forced to go within. And when you're forced to go within, we have no option but to slow down. We have no option but to pause. We have no option but to ask for help. We have no option but to be with the body, to allow the body to pause and rest. Like body is also a machine, right? If we just keep overworking it, it gets heated up. And when it gets heated up, what element increases in the body? Whenever any machine,
fire, right?
Fire and bacteria and virus thrive in fire is acidic environment. And virus and bacteria thrive in high acid environment. If our body is only doing, thinking, mind is only thinking, there is no pregnant pause, so to say, not allowing the body to regenerate and rest, then body is obviously also overheated up, over acidic. The foods we eat, everything matters, as Bandana was pointing out. And then the virus, of course, immunity goes down, and then plus our unprocessed emotions, our immunity goes down, and then we catch any illness. Even they say that cancer only thrives when the body's pH is disturbed and it's not alkaline, it's acid. And then I realized that all these foods that I ate have, I mean, even though lemon that we have been asked to drink is also alkaline, it is amidst that it is acidic, but lemon is also alkaline. So that Nimbu Pani of the world without sugar, the watermelon, the coconut water, everything, that only thing that I consumed was alkaline. And those were the 15 days that I did not have acidity. When I started eating my normal food, again my acidity and aches and pains have come back. So this is what proves how body really guides. I mean, one day, Vandana, I did not have any food and I didn't feel like cooking. I said, chalo Maggie उठा के खा लेती हूँ. I was so much in touch of my body and taste buds. I ate one spoon of Maggie and I spit it out. I just couldn't eat it. So there was so much reconnection with my body's wisdom during those times because my energies were internally focused and I was resting, and the fatigue literally, kills the mind. You can't think. You just have to lie down. And then when all the cognitive senses are cut off, you are forced to go within. And then that's why my body connection improved and I couldn't eat Maggie at all. And I was like, wow, generally तो मैं Maggie खा लेती हूँ. इस बार मुझे high salty foods नहीं खाने दे रहा है body. It's like I just couldn't eat spicy, high salty foods or, junk food kind of food. So paying attention to the wisdom of the body, as very rightly Bandana pointed out, through nutritious food, through exercise, through yoga, through taking the right medicine, the body will definitely guide. And it's very, very important, not just for COVID, but all kinds of illness, to go back to that feminine wisdom of the body. It's really a storehouse. But unfortunately, to do away with the feminine wisdom, we've been guided to be in mind and energy. Energy is important, no doubt. But body is matter, which is feminine. We need to go back to the body. Soul has to come to its purpose through the body. Body nahi hai to soul bhi also cannot do anything. So, enhancing the wisdom of the body and those skills and sensations to reconnect to body more is very, very important also, always. And an important aspect of our healing journey too.
Yeah, it's brilliant what you're sharing, Neelam. It's like, it's a reiteration, not just to the people listening here, and I mean, all of us also, within us also, like wherever we go into that space of doing, that it's okay to now for some time just be and listen to the body and ask our bodies, what does my body desire, and I would say that not just for illness and medicine or food, so many other things, your body, even wearing clothes, for example, like what clothes do I want to wear right now? We will wear it according to the occasion, or if I'm going to go on Zoom, I have to wear a certain dress, or if people are going to watch, we have to wear a certain dress.
Sorry for interrupting, but that day, it's 6:30 ka call tha. I said, I'll sit in my nightie only. I did not know that you're going to put that call on YouTube, but I just came being me, in my nightie only.
But that was the brilliance of it, Neelam. That's what I said. It doesn't matter what clothes you're wearing. It
True.
doesn't matter what state you're in. The wisdom is inherent. And when you're speaking your wisdom with authenticity, that is the word I would like to use here with you, for you. Always I do that. Like one thing that I know about Neelam, and when Paul was alive, Paul also, they are authentic. And I adore people who are authentic. I mean, I can take all the others, keep all the stuff aside, and I would just salute to humbly to that authenticity. And that is where, when you're talking, you're telling about your own experience of COVID. You're not trying to camouflage it. You're not trying to make it anything look like something, right? You're just telling, yeah, I didn't want to take medicines. I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to eat. I couldn't eat Maggie. Or like, it can be very simple things. But I feel that how much these conversations are important. This is also in a way the sharing circle, like the indigenous way.
Absolutely.
That all of us are sitting and talking, and we're talking about what's going on inside of us and what's,
True.
Everything. So yeah, please continue. Thank you.
I want to give one more example. I am not denying the importance of our medical system, and it's got to be integrated. Last year before last, 2019, I had terrible body ache, and no matter what I did in terms of feeling, that body ache wouldn't go away. Joint pains, muscle pain, and you name it, and constant fatigue. And of course, I got all the blood tests done. I went to the MD, he prescribed those tests, and vitamin D was deficient and B12 was deficient, and I'm taking those supplements. And still it is not improving. And then he says, okay, it is periarthritic. I'm like, oh really? मुझे तो body से आवाज नहीं आ रहा है कि it's periarthritic. And then before that I'm going, his tone is changing. He's saying it's these you may need to take some hormonal medicines because it is my cycle was very irregular at that point in time. And he says that cycle is irregular because you're hitting menopause. I said, okay, maybe. So I listened to the guidance and I came back off the MD and I came back. And then, of course, my healing work and everything is continuing. But then I go back to my body. I'm like little worried. Arthritis, ancestral issue है, heal तो किया है, अभी भी फिर से क्यों arthritis आ रहा है, अभी फिर से menopause तो लग नहीं रहा है. Let me check with my body. I just one day and the toilet seat now works wonders for the guidance and the connection. The best guidance flows when the shit is moving out, space is opening up for the higher guidance to come in, and I'm just putting my hands on my womb and I'm like, okay, my dear womb, tell me, is it menopausal? And it said, it's not menopausal yet. The cycle is realigning as per the different phase of the moon. Maybe I don't remember now which phase, but I think I was bleeding at the new moon. And then 1.5 months went, and my cycle from the new moon, menstruating at the new moon, aligned to menstruating at the full moon. And then my cycle became very regular. So I did not have to take those hormones, which the doctor was saying, because I trusted my body wisdom. And I'm not saying all of us should do that, but for the trust in the body is there. And of course, I took those supplements. Then I realized the body was hurting also because it's not an ancestral issue in terms of arthritis, but it was an ancestral issue in terms of living the grief of the spiritual ancestors. So I cleared that because I wasn't living my energy, I was living their energy. And so I cleared that. And then I was also not the empowered empath at that point in time, absorbing, doing so many workshops and traveling so much, absorbing that energy. So that was adding to my body ache issue. So there was not one reason. The vitamin deficiency was one, the womb was another, the arthritis was another, and the ancestral grief and absorbing the energies was another. So I think it's an integrated approach which helped, consulting the doctor, finding about the deficiencies, connecting to the body, doing the healing parallelly, and all of that helped with my body issues and inflammation. So yeah, I would go back to the integrated approach as you rightly started, Bandana.
So now, if anybody has any questions, please you can put up your questions and Neelam can give.
Yes, वंदना, मैं बहुत देर से ये सुन रही हूँ और जो मतलब खुद से रेजोनेट भी कर रही हूँ कि मेरे को भी एलोपैथी से ऐसे ही प्रॉब्लम है कि मैं एलोपैथिक दवाई में नहीं जाती हूँ इजीली. मुझे भी कोविड हुआ, मेरे बच्चों को भी हुआ, एंड वी 3 of us healed by homeopathic medicine at home. तो मेरा बहुत बिलीफ है, तो मुझे एक ऐसे क्वेश्चन अंदर से आ रहा है, क्या मैं जो एलोपैथी के प्रति मेरा रवैया है तो वो क्या होना चाहिए, मतलब ये
आपका बिलीफ है कि आपको ठीक हो जाएगा, सो इट्स फाइन. लेकिन अगर the difference what Bandana is trying to point out, sorry Bandana, can I answer? I interjected, sorry. The difference what she pointed out is कि आपके लिए जो सही है वो आप करो, लेकिन अगर वो ठीक नहीं हो रहा है, see for me when I got fever, 5 दिन मैंने भी होम्योपैथी लिया बिकॉज मेरा भी ट्रस्ट होम्योपैथी है, लेकिन आई हैड टू गो थ्रू दैट जर्नी. तो इस बार पहली बार मेरी जिंदगी में होम्योपैथी से ठीक नहीं हुआ. मुझे सॉरी टू यूज दिस वर्ड, झक मार के कोविड टेस्ट कराना पड़ा, मुझे झक मार के वो फेविफ्लू दवाई लेनी पड़ी, एंड आई हैड टू गो थ्रू दैट जर्नी नो, बिकॉज पॉल पास्ड अवे. तो मुझे वो फियर ऑफ इलनेस अलोन था, फियर ऑफ डेथ था, कोई इमोशनल सपोर्ट सिस्टम नहीं है, आई स्टे अलोन. सो आई हैड टू गो थ्रू दैट जर्नी. सो माय इलनेस काइंड ऑफ प्रोलॉन्ग. नाउ आई नो द विजडम ऑफ इट, but that time I had to go for allopathy because my fever was not coming down. So yeah, we do what is best for us and what works for us without attaching ego and rigidity to it, is what she's trying to say.
तो मेरा क्वेश्चन यही है कि जैसे इसको मैं एक सिग्निफिकेंट वो बना लूं अपना, उससे कैसे निकलूं बाहर, कि जैसे आपने बताया ना कि ये भी एक कंट्रोल हुआ ना एक तरीके का, कि तो उससे बाहर निकलना है. और एंटी डिप्रेसेंट है वो एलोपैथी की है, वो मैं लेती हूँ, एक सुबह लेती हूँ, एक शाम को लेती हूँ. और मुझे क्या बोलना चाहिए, मुझे ऐसे अंदर से आ रहा है कि जो मैंने अपने अंदर रख ली है ये बात, और मैं लोगों को ना अवेयरनेस के तौर पे ये बताती हूँ कि यू कैन हील योर कोविड सिचुएशन राइट नाउ विद होम्योपैथिक बेटर.
I fully believe that. लेकिन कई बारी जैसे बंदना ने कहा कि हॉस्पिटल में जाना पड़ता है, तो अगर सर्जरी करनी है तो हमारी कई बारी साइकिक सर्जरी चल जाती है, कई बारी एक्चुअल सर्जरी करानी पड़ती है. When Paul was there, he had hernia, और इतना भयंकर हर्निया था कि there was 6 feet or 3 feet of intestine in his scrotum. But US में थे, तब मेरे से मिले भी नहीं थे, and he did not have the medical insurance in the US because of various situations. तो हीलिंग के थ्रू ही उन्होंने अपना काम किया. लेकिन इंडिया में आए तो वो सर्जरी करानी पड़ी. टिपिकली हम शैमनिज्म में बोलते हैं कि सर्जरी के बाद we go through soul loss and trauma, तो हमें सोल रिट्रीवल करना पड़ता है. बट इन फॉर पॉल्स केस, क्योंकि उन्हें हॉस्पिटल से डर था, तो he had to go through that journey to break that fear. And उनके केस में he gained that warrior spirit of the soul and the body by going through that surgery. तो उनके लिए वो सर्जरी मैंडेटरी थी. वो एग्जांपल्स भी देते थे वर्कशॉप में कि that surgery actually became a healing factor for him, where he gained that warrior spirit and his soul strength back by going through that process and allowing himself to heal. So sometimes it is required, and we should be aware कि कभी-कभी integrated approach की जरूरत पड़ती है.
Hi Neelam, Ranjali here.
Hi Ranjali,
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. It's been years since we met.
Yes.
When are you coming next to Delhi for your?
COVID all is online right now.
I know. Are you taking online classes? I would like to do the advanced shamanism. Like first, I did. The second one I couldn't.
I'll keep you posted.
Okay. Thank you.
Hello, Vijaya this side.
Hi,
Neelam?
Hi,
Yeah, hi, yeah. Bandana said you will be doing something on shadow work with us,
Yes.
some workshop.
Sure.
So
What's the
we
question?
would like to be a part of it.
Sure, we'll work out the details.
Oh
and share
yeah,
it.
yeah. That within 15 days we'll announce. Within a week we'll announce a date, and we'll say in 15-20 days we'll have a online Zoom. It'll be on Zoom only, because right
Yeah.
now that's the safest way to do it.
Mhm.
So that I'll put it on the groups any which way.
Yeah.
So that's it. Right.
May I ask a question to Neelam? Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Neelam, my name is Gitu, and I went through a surgery which I shared with Bannadi also in November. I am over with all that, but right now when you were talking about all this, what is coming is medically, and even what I'm aware of, that I do not have my ovaries now, and I am being vulnerable, and I know this will go on YouTube, which is okay. That I am. It's said that obviously I'm going through my pre-menopause and all. I'm just 38 years old, so I'm doing all that is required in terms of keeping myself happy also, and taking my medicines on time. But then there are, there's a gift that I've got. One, that I'm out of all the misery that I've seen almost for 8 years in terms of, because of the medical issue that I had. And now I'm very strong. However, like I was a person who would never sit at one place. I'll keep running around the clock. Okay. And when I choose to rest, only then I'll rest. मतलब मुझे 5 बजे खड़े होके भी कोई काम करा लो और रात को भी करा लो. But अभी क्या होता है, I get tired at times. And back of the mind, I'm like, oh, मुझे दवाई खानी. So fine, I have to take them. But I don't know, from within, because I've also done so many modalities, I get this, यार दवाइयों पे जीना है, अभी तो इतनी छोटी सी हूँ. So this is what is coming to me, and I thought if Bannadi or you can, share anything for me. So I am a go-getter. I just want to spread happiness and love in the whole world. But
आपके
अंदर ही अंदर थोड़ी सी चोट है,
में-
जो ठीक करनी है.
आपके शब्दों में आपका जवाब है. हो सकता है अलग है जो आप सुनना नहीं चाहते, लेकिन if this was my situation, I was always on the go. Run. I was neglecting my body, neglecting rest. Through this situation, universe has put me in a situation where I honor that rest. हमारे फंडामेंटली 2 प्रिंसिपल्स होते हैं हमारी लाइफ में. कुदरत में भी 2 ही प्रिंसिपल्स हैं, मैस्कुलिन प्रिंसिपल और फेमिनिन प्रिंसिपल. मैस्कुलिन प्रिंसिपल इज बाहर जाओ, काम करो, प्रोवाइड करो, गो गेटर जो आप शब्दों में कह रहे हैं. इट्स लाइक द गो गेटर एटीट्यूड. इट्स लाइक एक्शन, इट्स लाइक power, it's like fire, it's like feistiness and all of that. Feminine, it's to give, it's to provide, it's outgoing, it's external. Feminine principle बिल्कुल उसका उल्टा है. जैसे डे टाइम है हमारा, हम दिन में क्या करते हैं, बाहर जाते हैं, काम करते हैं, एक्शन करते हैं ना. तो that is all masculine. Feminine रात का time, रात को हम क्या करते हैं? We go inside, we rest, we pause, we dream, we go into the unconscious, we go into our subconscious, we meditate in darkness, we pause, we allow ourselves to receive that care and rest through the night. So that is feminine principle. जैसे प्रकृति के दो प्रिंसिपल थे, शिवा और शक्ति. तो शिवा is the masculine principle, शक्ति is the feminine principle. Now अगर एक ट्री है, उसके रूट जमीन में जा रहे हैं और वो ब्रांचेस उसकी ग्रो करती हैं, वो कहती है मैं तो बाहर ही रहूंगी, मैं तो गोगटर ही करूंगी, मैं तो यूनिवर्स को प्रोवाइड ही करूंगी, लोगों को फल चाहिए, छाया चाहिए, फ्रूट चाहिए, मैं तो देती ही रहूंगी. क्या ये पॉसिबल है? Why it is not possible? I'm asking all of you.
It has to go through its cycle of changes which the universe wants it. The universe has.
उससे पहले क्या ये साइकिल क्या है?
We are planning to, like we're trying to change the natural cycle.
That is one very important wisdom which is coming up, which I would love to talk about. But before that, can the tree just give?
नहीं,
You
जब
have to
तक
see
उसको
what
खुद
you-
का पोषण नहीं मिलेगा.
You should receive also.
कहाँ से रिसीव करेगी वो? अर्थ के नीचे उसके रूट्स जाते हैं, so वो अर्थ से रिसीव करती है, सनलाइट से रिसीव करती है, it receives from the rain, it receives from the birds, it receives from the humanity, it receives, it goes deep within. फिर वो डीपन होती है अपने रूट्स में, अपने अंधकार में, अपने डार्कनेस में. फिर वो बाहर आती है, उजाला फैलाती है, शेड देती है और फ्रूट्स देती है और फ्लावर्स देती है. So that is the feminine principle of going within, of resting, of pausing. In nature, both principles are equal. The feminine principle and the masculine principle. हमारी 4 seasons हैं. Spring, we sow the seeds. Life begins. फिर then life peaks at summer. जो भी हमने बोया है, जो भी नए नए फूल आते हैं, पौधे आते हैं, वो समर में पीक करते हैं. Action is at full bloom. So spring and summer दो masculine seasons हैं. फिर आता है autumn and winter. Autumn में क्या होता है? The trees start shedding. Winter में क्या होता है? Life खत्म हो जाती है, trees बिल्कुल barren हो जाती हैं. तो 2 सीजन में पीक ऑफ एक्टिविटी है, 2 सीजन में क्या है? डिक्लाइन ऑफ एक्टिविटी एंड एंड ऑफ एक्टिविटी. सो बिगिनिंग ऑफ एक्टिविटी, पीक ऑफ एक्टिविटी, डिक्लाइन ऑफ एक्टिविटी एंड एंड ऑफ एक्टिविटी. ये साइकिल है जो हम लोग सब बात कर रहे हैं. हम कैसे जी रहे हैं? गो 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 गो, एक्टिविटी एक्टिविटी एक्टिविटी. डिक्लाइन और एंड कर रहे हैं? नहीं कर रहे. सो क्या कौन सिखाता है फिर? बॉडी, इलनेस, यूनिवर्स. Illness is the biggest messenger which is teaching us right now the feminine principle, to go back to our feminine way of being, to nurture, to be in the heart space, to be in not competition but collaboration, to understand कि ये सब कुछ cycle है, कि understand how important rest is, how important body is. Mind चलना बंद ही नहीं होता, body में कहाँ से जाएंगे? Action करना बंद ही नहीं होता. So ovaries, what did you lose? The feminine. और आपको आपकी दवाइयों के थ्रू, आपके मेडिसिन के थ्रू, आपकी सर्जरीज के थ्रू यही लेसन मिल रहा है. स्लो डाउन, रेस्ट, एंड देन व्हेन यू आर रेस्टेड एंड व्हेन यू हैव स्लो डाउन, देन यू कैन बिगिन द पीक अगेन. सो इट इज द यूनिवर्स is teaching us that cyclical way of living, which is feminine. Everything in the universe is a cycle. The sun, उसके भी साइकिल है. सनराइज होता है, पीक होता है, सनसेट होता है, ना रात होती है. मून की भी साइकिल्स हैं, स्टार्स की भी साइकिल्स हैं. एंटायर कॉन्स्टलेशन इज अ साइकिल. बर्ड्स, एंटायर यूनिवर्स, पूरी प्रकृति साइक्लिकल जीती है. We've become linear, हमेशा एक ही तरह से जीते हैं. So, रात को भी दिमाग चलता है, इसलिए नींद नहीं आती, इसलिए थकान लगती है. सुबह उठते हैं तो हमारी नींद पूरी नहीं होती, थकान फिर भी लग रही होती है. So this is what which is showing that our mind is never pausing, our emotions are never pausing, our body is never pausing. So it will teach us the feminine way. It is teaching us the feminine way of being. So that is one important lesson through this pandemic also, that we are learning cyclical way of living, going back to our feminine self, heart. आज कम्युनिटी एक दूसरे के साथ आ रही है. हालांकि कोविड ने कम्युनिटी को दूर कर दिया है, लेकिन फिर भी हेल्प तो कम्युनिटी कर रही है. एक दूसरे के लिए हम खड़े हैं. आज हम कम्युनिटी में सर्कल में एक दूसरे को सुन रहे हैं. आप मुझे सुन रहे हैं, मैं आपको सुन रही हूँ. कितनी जूम मीटिंग्स बढ़ गई. पहले होती थी, पहले तो जब ट्रैवल करते थे तब एक मीटिंग होती थी, महीने में कर ले तो भी थक जाते थे. अब जूम पे कितनी कर लेते हैं. तो इट हैज गिवन अस एन अपॉर्चुनिटी टू कनेक्ट मोर विद ईच अदर, विद आवर ओन सेल्फ. इट हैज गिवन अस एन अपॉर्चुनिटी टू रियलाइज द इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ साइकिल्स, ऑफ रिसीविंग, ऑफ गोइंग विद इन. So even wombs, I would encourage you to use your creativity. आपका ओवरीज, फिजिकल ओवरीज चली गई हैं, लेकिन आपका एथरिक वूम्ब अभी भी है. So connect to that womb. Womb की एनर्जी बर्थिंग एनर्जी होती है, क्रिएटिव एनर्जी होती है. So what is your womb energy wanting you to birth and create? आपकी creativity कहाँ आप use नहीं कर रहे हो? I would introspect that if this was my situation, because womb is clearly sexual energy, creative energy, life force. So where am I not using my life force? Where am I not using my creative energy? I would introspect that. Are you into some creativity?
I am.
क्रिएटिविटी को क्या होता है मुझे बताओ. अगर हम हमेशा जागे हैं, काम कर रहे हैं, गो गेटर है, तो हमारी क्रिएटिव एनर्जी के साथ क्या होता है?
थोड़ी डिमिनिश हो जाती है.
करेक्ट. और जब हमें इलनेस या बॉडी फोर्स करती है स्लो डाउन करने के लिए, तो हम रिक्यूपरेट करते हैं, हमारी क्रिएटिव एनर्जी वापस जागती है, हमारी एनर्जीज प्रॉपरली यूज होती है. क्रिएटिव एनर्जी बॉडी की जो मेन एनर्जी है, जो सेक्सुअल एनर्जी है, वो प्रॉपरली यूज नहीं होगी तो क्या होगा?
Dissatisfaction is what is coming to me. I don't know.
फ्रस्ट्रेशन होगा, डिससेटिस्फैक्शन होगा, और एनर्जी जब फ्लो नहीं करती तो क्या होता है? क्या?
और बच्चे भी नहीं होंगे.
बच्चे सिर्फ ह्यूमन बेबीज हैं या कुछ और भी है? वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग यू सेड, गीता. What does children mean? A womb births, perfect. But what does birthing mean? Is it just human babies?
मैंने एक बिल्ली को पाला था, लेकिन अभी वो मतलब उसको मैंने छोड़ दिया, मतलब जैसे बिल्लियों के साथ छोड़ दिया. 6-7 महीने पाला मैंने.
I'm asking all of you to introspect. What does birthing mean? Do we birth only human babies?
No,
No.
we create so many things.
What do we birth?
It's
We
birthing
create so
of
many things.
आज एक पेंटर अगर पेंटिंग
Ideas
बना रहा है तो क्या वो बर्थिंग नहीं है? आज
है.
बंदना ने सोल टेम्पल के वर्कशॉप्स क्रिएट किए हैं तो वो बर्थिंग नहीं है? आज अगर मैंने कोई पोएट्री लिखी थी वो बर्थिंग नहीं है? कोई मैं वर्कशॉप बना रही हूँ तो वो पोएट्री नहीं है? मैं खाना बना रही हूँ वो बर्थिंग नहीं है? एवरीथिंग.
Oh my God.
It is ideas, consciousness, projects, art. Everything is birthing. So if I'm not using that birthing energy within me, if I'm not using that creative energy within me, what will happen in my body? Where will that energy go? It's an inherent energy of my body. What will happen to that creative energy?
उसको that will not be channelized properly. That is what is coming
It
to
will
me.
not be channelized properly. तो क्या होगा उसकी वजह से?
Anger create होगा, rage create होगा body में.
Anger भी channelize नहीं करते क्योंकि हमने तो सोसाइटी में सुना है being angry is bad. तो हमने तो anger भी दबा दिया. फिर क्या होगा?
it will come out as some illness or some problem created in your
Illness की तरह क्यों आएगा? क्योंकि उस एनर्जी के साथ क्या हुआ होगा? एक नदी सोच लो आप. नदी का blockages, all the kidney stones, the gallbladder stones, all the aches and pains, all the other illnesses that we get is nothing but unprocessed energy. It could be energy of emotions, it could be energy of creativity, it could be energy of the soul. Any energy which doesn't move or channelize gets stagnated. Body एक container है, उस container में वो energy फंस गई, channelize नहीं हुई, बाहर ही नहीं आई, क्योंकि हमारे पास तो टाइम नहीं उस एनर्जी के साथ कनेक्ट करने का. तो क्या होगा? सोल विल आल्सो बी रॉटन, द बॉडी विल बी रॉटन, द माइंड इज ऑलरेडी रॉटन.
And I have lots of burping.
Sorry?
Lots of burping.
Everybody has to do lots of birthing. डेथ के बाद बर्थ होता ही होता है. All the
No. I mean burp like डकारें बहुत सारी अभी आते हैं मेरे को 4-5 साल से, बहुत ज्यादा.
Sorry, I didn't understand. Sorry, what you're saying?
She's burping.
Burping, okay. Excessive mental energy.
Thank you, Neelam. I got some answers. Some are like still going here.
See,
Thank you.
that is why the recommendation of attending the shadow work or any kind of things that we are proposing now, because when me and Neelam were in Pune, when she'd come to Pune, and we were sitting, sorry, it's crazily raining here. I don't even want to work right now.
wow, it's so beautiful. Yeah,
Didu, you are making us jealous.
beautiful.
Okay, tata, bye people.
This is very bad. This is very bad, huh?
थोड़ी यहाँ भेज
Making
दो.
us jealous.
बट यू नो थैंक्स टू दिस जूम मीटिंग कि हम ये पता भी कर पा रहे हैं और वर्चुअली ले पा रहे हैं एनर्जी ये रेन की. थैंक यू सो मच वंदना.
How does it get better than this?
Yes, so basically ये जो शैडो वर्क वगैरह की हम बात कर रहे हैं, जब मैं और नीलम रैंडमली एक पार्क में बैठे थे इन पूना, and they saw a lot of 100+ bats. And shamanism के हिसाब से मुझे इतना नहीं पता था, but नीलम को पता है. So she said, bat का मतलब death and rebirth होता है. Okay, and so there's something has to die, something has to be reborn. And all I was seeing bats all over. She was seeing bats and many more things. So जब हम ये साइंस सिंबल्स और सिंक्रोनिसिटीज जो शैमनिज्म में बोलते हैं, उसको जब हम समझने लग जाते हैं, it becomes so much easier to make appropriate decisions. I wouldn't say right decisions or wrong decisions. I would say समझ में आने लग जाता है कि अभी के लिए मेरे लिए क्या सही है, इस समय के लिए मेरे लिए क्या सही है. एंड इवन अगर मैं कह रही हूँ कि शैडो वर्क वाला वर्कशॉप अटेंड करो या ये करो वो करो, you don't have to like just go by my word. Ask yourself, ask your body, ask yourself that is this going to be contributing to me? And if you get a yes, then go for it. If you don't get a yes, don't go for it. But the good part is, thanks to the COVID and other things, it's going to happen on Zoom. If say for example अगर एक ऑन साइट वर्कशॉप होती है उसमें 10 लोग हो सकते हैं, 15 लोग हो सकते हैं, 20 लोग हो सकते हैं, whatever maximum. अभी 50 हो सकते हैं, 100 हो सकते हैं. और जब I trust that if 50, 100 people together are doing some work collectively on healing our inner, embracing our shadows, or connecting to our bodies, what a change that is going to create. So, you know what I'm looking at it as, hey, I got this idea from one shamanic journey, then I started the Souls Temple on 13, and then the 9-day Navratri thing, and then now this 1 month thing, and now Neelam is coming and more people are coming. Then we might have more things showing up. What if this itself was a whole new birthing of a new way of
being.
And you know, integrated approach. That not कि ओ मैं बोलूँगी कि सिर्फ सोल टेम्पल करो, या नीलम बोलेगी सिर्फ शैमनिज्म करो, या स्मृति गोस्वामी कहेगी कि नहीं सिर्फ एक्सेस ही वर्क करता है. Nothing. It's about everything works. You require something different, you know, at different times. Sometimes we need shamanism, sometimes everything has its own beauty and wisdom. And
Vandana, when we were in the car and going to Shirdi,
yeah,
that time I was in so much of grief because it was very recent. Paul passed away, and we were talking, and then somewhere I hit on the deep-rooted feeling of feeling injustice. Injustice means universe doesn't have my back, universe is working against me. And then we did those radical statements and that soul temple. After that, and we did soul temple. I mean, we were just traveling in the car and simple statements of soul temple and radical. I wanted to acknowledge that. That after that, that deep-rooted feeling of injustice in me hasn't come. So yeah, whatever works in that moment is so appropriate to be guided and allow oneself to receive. सब लोग वंदना को बोल रहे हैं कि वो उधर बैठी है, but so she has been so open to allow the universe to support her so that she can go to nature. हम अब खुद ही अपनी receiving बंद कर देते हैं by not believing in the miraculous possibilities of the universe, by not believing that universe has your back and is supporting you all the time, by questioning it, by controlling it, and then we miss all those opportunities which we can open ourselves to. बंदना के लिए बारिश है और नेचर है, हमारे लिए कुछ और खुल सकता है. So why not open ourselves to receiving, which is also the feminine way of being. उसका receiving इतना खुल गया है, उसको कहीं से भी मिल जाता है. So why not feel inspired and say, what can I do to open up my receiving, to be in that space and time?
Yeah.
So Neelamdi, आप बोल रहे हो, if anywhere I feel that I am less, so I am no less even now. I am still doing everything.
It's your belief, absolutely.
Yeah, but then I like this interest. This is quite interesting. Bachpan mein I've seen this Ardhanarishwar of Shiva and Shakti. So you're bringing me back to that
Ardhanarishwar is आधा शिवा आधा शक्ति.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
also showing कि दोनों principles चाहिए. सिर्फ sky से नहीं चलेगा. Sky is masculine. सिर्फ earth से नहीं चलेगा. Earth is feminine. हमको sky hold कर रहा है और support कर रही है. दोनों चाहिए. उसके बीच में हम लोग हैं. Tree को सिर्फ roots नहीं चाहिए. Branches भी चाहिए. Sun से नहीं चलेगा. Moon भी है. So it's like that, you know.
Neelam, can you suggest something for
Thank you.
cancer?
Sorry?
Can you suggest something for cancer?
It's very general question, Ranjali. Would have to look specifically into your situation and then take it forward.
Okay.
Also, that reminds me, thank you for asking this question, Ranjali, because today where I am, it's like a community living, though I'm completely secluded in my space. But there are 2 times it's a vegan place and whatever, I don't want to go too much into details. But there was this person who was talking to me there. He said there is a website called Nourish Me, NOURISHME. Okay,
Okay.
try and visit that website. He says there's this doctor guy whose mother had cancer or something like that. He gave a whole story about it. That he realized mushrooms are very good for healing cancer and something more. And then he created a way of healing through that. And on that website, they have given testimonies of people who had cancer. They are saying that out of all the people that we worked with, yet only one person had died.
Okay.
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 So when I got this
Okay.
information, I first thought was you. Like, I mean,
Okay.
so you can, anybody who needs to, dealing with anybody who has cancer, you can at least give it a shot, because that felt very light for me. Otherwise, I don't generally sit and talk about all these things. But that nourished me, the first of all, the word, and then the story that that person gave to me, and he said, no, it is very, very powerful and all that. So I said, okay, fine, at least I can give this recommendation. I even haven't seen the website yet.
Thank you.
But look at it and see if there's
Thank
anything
you.
for
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
I'll
you.
definitely do that. This is a message coming from the universe. So I'll definitely take
and
it up.
maybe they will give you a specific diet or something which might heal cancer. Who knows? And I completely trust that, Ranjali, from 13 till today, your
Yeah.
willingness to ask questions, talk about the cancer. For example, when Geetu said today that, oh, this is going to go on YouTube, but still I'm talking
Yeah.
about this, that
Yeah.
I've got my ovaries removed. Yes, it takes a hell a lot of courage to talk
Yeah.
about what we have gone through in front of
Yeah.
a public. But what if those are those people who have created change in many more people who have the same issue but will not be willing to talk about it?
Yes. Yes.
And how much is that you talking about it, Geetu talking about it, me talking about what I am going through, or
Yeah.
Neelam talking about what she went through? How much is that simply talking about it a contribution to everybody who thinks we shouldn't talk about our problems? We should just hide our problems, and we should kind of hide beneath those problems and not let people see that we have a problem. But that is the root cause, literally root cause of all suffering and isolation.
I have opened up after so many years. Neelam knows me. Neelam, when I did the shamanism with Neelam, I would never talk. I have never spoken, I think, Neelam,
I want
in
to
your
just,
session.
I know, I want to say two things, that allowing, and Bandana is bringing up a very important aspect, which is allowing ourselves to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
The patriarchal society has taught us कि ऐसे नहीं बैठना, ऐसे नहीं बोलना, ये नहीं करना, to be very tight. But when we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we loosen up a lot of energy within ourselves. इतना सब
Yeah.
कुछ के रखने की जरूरत नहीं, कंट्रोल छोड़ देना है. So when
Yeah.
करते हैं तो रास्ते अपने आप खुलते हैं. ये एक बहुत beautiful quote आज ही vulnerability पे I read. Vulnerability is the birthplace of innovation, creativity, and change. Staying vulnerable is a risk we have to take if we want to experience connection. And today's time, we also want to experience connection with our bodies and with everybody. In your case, one more suggestion: you can connect to the spirit of your cancer and see what it has to guide. Maybe somebody else can do it for you.
Okay.
You can do it for yourself. Because
Okay.
the rest of us who are listening, shamanically, speaking from the point of view of energy, everything is energy. So illness also has an energy. We spoke about it in the previous conversation. So what is
Yeah.
the spirit of my illness bringing to my doorstep? What messages does it have? What gifts does it have? And what will it take for it to leave? I would definitely go back and communicate with my body, with the spirit of my illness. I would.
Here I
Okay.
have a couple of more people who know shamanism in this group. If any of you want to gift that journey to Ranjali, can volunteer and connect to her. And this is why I am not doing it. It's not because I'm already doing so much, but in this moment in time, with all the Souls Temple workshops that I'm doing, I have just for my sake, I've like kind of kept every other things that one-to-one sessions or whatever I'm doing at one side, so that I can be focused on what this platform is wanting from me. Okay, And so, yeah, if any of you who know shamanism, and if you want to connect with Anjali and want to give her the connecting to the spirit of her cancer and finding out and giving her what it is, you all can connect. And Anjali, you should be willing to ask also.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much, Bandana.
Neelam, I want to compliment by saying a line for you, may I?
Sure.
तू
I'm
छुपी
about
थी
receiving.
कहाँ? तू
Sorry?
छुपी थी कहाँ?
Sorry.
Where were you hiding? तू छुपी थी कहाँ?
Oh, so, are you? So sweet. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Neelam and Paul were a wonderful couple. Like, I really adored them also as a mentor to me. But unfortunately, I could not do the further the things. But yes, that 2-3 days that I spent with them were awesome. Really awesome.
And you know what, Ranjali? It's nothing is unfortunate or nothing is, oh, why I didn't do it. It's okay,
Yeah.
fine. I didn't do it then. If I feel like doing it now, I'll do it now. That's all.
Yeah.
Let's not beat ourselves up all the time about the things that we couldn't do or we didn't do or we are not choosing right now.
Right.
Let's
Right.
okay, just get kind on yourself and say
Right.
that fine. Right now, what is working for me, I'm choosing that. And
Right.
tomorrow, if this workshop is showing up, I'll choose to do it then, and it's
Right.
fine.
Right.
We all have the right to take life in our own pace. None of us
Yes.
have to rush through life, and at the same time, you know, in order to rush through life, what are we missing on?
Yes.
My question to everybody would be that in order to whatever, like Neelam said, the masculine principle and being this go-getter and doing this, doing that, what are we missing on? For me, for example, I thought that no, with these 1 month workshops, I don't want to go anywhere and blah blah blah. I spoke about it in the morning today, but then I would have missed on this, man. If I wouldn't have come here. And tomorrow being a Sunday and a break day, just imagine how much fun I'm going to have this whole day with this place, right?
Yes.
Maybe I can go back on Monday and get back just to my work and focus only on my work. That's also okay. Just for one day, giving myself the permission to just come and just be somebody who cares for me is kind of inviting me to a different possibility. And when I keep saying no, then I'm kind of, saying no to the universe who's waiting there to gift us
Yes.
all so many things. And we are not saying yes. And then we say that, oh, I'm
Don't receive.
unfortunate.
I don't receive. Then we complain about it.
That I'm unfortunate or this person is lucky, but I'm not. But really, am I lucky? I've had my own share of, all kinds of issues and everything. And even in this moment, there can be so many things that can be bogging my mind. But I give myself the permission to keep that is one part of my life. Let it be one part of my life. Let not that be whole of my life. That is what it is.
Shall we do a small exercise
Thank
connected
you.
to the body?
Yes, we
Can I
can.
bring on the drum?
Sure. You just stole the words of my mouth. I wanted to tell you that Neelam, can we do some drumming thing? And like, the rain and everything that together, it just is like so conducive for
I'll
that.
just hold on.
Please bring. How
Bandana,
did
I've
we
written a
get so
question.
lucky?
Yeah, I'm waiting.
Bandana,
Meanwhile, can you read
is
my
that the
chat?
part of shamanism? Drumming?
Yeah, drumming, yes. It's a
Yeah.
part of shamanism.
It's a part of, Achha.
Shamanism is a
I remember
beautiful tool.
Paul's drumming.
Yeah.
Huh?
Shamanism,
What?
it involves music,
I remember
meditation.
Paul's drumming.
Yeah, yes. Paul's drumming and Paul's power song. Oh my God. I used to go bonkers. Like,
Yes.
I would be like,
Which power song?
Paul,
Lovely.
yaar, tum gaate kaise ho aise?
Yeah.
What I'll do is why drumming and the importance of drumming. I have a small write-up. I'll send it across to Bandana. She can put it on the group so that we realize why we use the drumming. But
Yeah.
for now, all of us just close your eyes. Uncross your legs wherever you are. Let your feet touch, foot soles touch the earth.
Do I need to put my foot down on the floor?
If you're sitting cross-legged up, it's fine. If you can, then please do.
Okay, I thought I'll mute my thing, but I think the natural sounds that are coming are going to add to the drumming, so I'm just keeping it on. And yeah, everybody can mute yourselves, please.
Yeah, you can mute the rest of them, Vandana.
Yes, everybody else, please mute yourselves and just be a part of this drumming and what's going on. Yeah.
Show the drums you are using, Neelam.
It's a frame drum. Call it
Duffly. This is Duffly.
Duffly. It's like a frame.
Okay.
So everybody just close your eyes. Allow yourself to go deeper and deeper within yourself with each inhalation, and with each exhalation. Exhale your worry, anxiety, what will happen tomorrow. Allow the breath to take you deeper into your body, to become fully present to your body. And as I drum, align your heartbeat with that of the drum. The sound of the drum is similar to that of the one which the child listens to inside the womb of the mother in the form of her heartbeat. And so, since the time of our conception, from the time we've been in our mother's womb, we know and our bodies know the sound of the drum. Allow the beat of the drum to take you deeper and deeper into your presence with your body. Put both your hands on your womb, in the area where the womb is. And any question that you might have regarding any physical situation, ask your body to guide you, to give you a message. Pay attention to your sensations, to your first feelings and first thoughts. Do not analyze, just be present with the sensations of your body. How does your body want you to nourish it right now? Pay attention. What does it have to say to you? bringing back your attention to your womb. What does your womb want you to birth right now? What creative energy is it asking you to channelize and bring outside? What is your womb pulsing with? What are the birthing energies trying to tell you? Maybe you can tell yourself the ability and the ease to connect with my body is my soul's temple. My body is my oracle. Just feel, just touch your body gently everywhere. Just tap it. Feel its aliveness. Feel her presence. Thank it for the role that it is playing. Apologize for the disconnection that there is or might be. Touch one body part which you might be unconsciously not comfortable with or ashamed of. And send her messages of love and acceptance. We want all of us to accept us, but we ourselves don't accept, and the biggest lack of acceptance is our own body. Body is matter, matter is feminine. Embrace your own body, your own matter, your own feminine, your own inner oracle, your wisdom, the way shower. How does your body want you to honor it? Ask for a final message before we close and come back. Thank yourself for giving yourself the opportunity and the time to be here in the present moment. To allow yourself to listen to me and Vandana, to listen to the wisdom of your body. Expressing gratitude for the spirit of the technology that connects us in these times. For the beautiful
I
circle.
won't because of the disrespect you do to me, so I won't. So if you want to, after 10 minutes, you.
Can we mute, please? Expressing gratitude to the circle, to each one of us here. To Bandana for spending her time, her energy, her love to share and bring forth easy, simple ways of being and loving and healing and contributing, being in service to herself, to her soul, and to the collective. Expressing gratitude to your own being, finding time and space within to be present here, sending a prayer of love, gratitude, and blessings to the collective that is going through similar chaos. Allowing oneself to be in the energy of what can I do to bring change within myself and hence contribute to the collective. From that space of gratitude, service, being in the heart space, allowing ourselves to be in prayer and surrender. I thank you all. Go ahead.
Thank you so much, Neelam.
Thank you so much. Thank you,
so much.
Neelam. Thank you for this.
Thank you.
Lots of gratitude
Thank
and love
you.
to you.
Loads of
And
love
lots of gratitude, Bandana, for creating this space.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Please, Vandana,
Thank you,
please
Neelam
share
ma'am.
her number also.
You guys can share your experiences of how the connection to the body was and what did your body guide you with Bandana, and I will be happy to hear what each one of you got as the guidance.
Neelam, I'll come.
Sure.
Yeah. So when you had asked to touch on the womb, I could feel those very big waves coming up, and they were asking me to speak up, rise and shine. So I could see that sun and a long, very lengthy waves. They were literally moving in the womb.
Awesome. I always talk about the sea and her magic, and my sea is my mother retreat, one of my favorite retreats. And I say the sea roars. So whoever have a problem should learn from the sea that sea is not ashamed to throw a storm, to quieten down. The waves come up in leaves and the sea literally roars. So it teaches us the power of expression and unashamedly being and talking and expressing who we really are. So how appropriate. And we have a mini sea inside our womb because the energy of the womb is very similar to the energy of the sea. Very, very similar. So I'm so in awe for you to receive this message. Awesome.
Neelam,
Thank you. Thank you,
the
Bandana.
messages I received was that, I've been for rebirthing and things like that. I connected to my body and I got this, that my cancer has been created due to the hurt and the pain that I have in my body since so many years. So that has come up in the form of cancer.
I was about to ask you, Anjali, but I did not. As to what hurt are you holding on to? This is continuously going on in my inner space since the time you asked, what can I do for my cancer? The hurt.
Yeah, the hurt actually, Neelam, was from my husband.
I know.
At that time, I left him. After that, the hurt has been now coming from my children.
Yeah,
Like I told Bandana earlier, they are like not very happy with me, and they are abusive, and two of them have raised their hands also on me since the time they are grown up now, and two of them are like literally annoyed all the time with me. They don't talk to me, they don't ask me how I am or anything like that. So that gives me a lot of pain and hurt continuously. Though I have forgiven them, though I don't think about it, but somewhere it is there. I don't deny that. I can't get out of it somehow. And the message that came was that let it go, let it pass off. And then when I went to the womb, the rebirthing time, it was that, another hurt is that I cannot create money. I'm dependent on my eldest daughter. That pain is too much in myself. I don't want to take the money, but I have to. So I want to create a revenue stream for myself. After doing so many modalities and so much of knowledge that is inside me, I cannot utilize it. And now it says that, you have to, I mean, you have to utilize it and go ahead and rebirth yourself. And I don't have confidence for that. Somehow I need to use something to get that confidence.
One second, Ranjali. I like when you were just talking. You know, I've learned something called metaphor therapy with Kirti Bakshi in Mumbai, and in that they say drawing a sun, and if we are drawing it in orange color, it's over intellectualization, and if we don't draw those stripes, you know, that rays,
yeah,
that
rays.
means we are closing ourselves and keeping our knowledge to ourselves. Okay, now my suggestion to you is, one, every day start drawing the sun with the
Rays.
yeah, and a yellow sun,
Okay.
not an orange. A
Okay.
yellow sun, drawing the spikes or whatever you call that, I don't know. So
Okay.
but a full every day try and draw the sun, and then initially it might be just a full page, just the sun, but slowly gradually try and bring all whatever creativity comes in, even if it's like kiddish or good or bad, doesn't matter, but start doing that for like
Okay.
a couple of days, especially
Okay.
there has to be the sun with the rays open.
Okay. Okay.
That it's just very very intuitive for me, like when you were talking. And I remember something very beautiful that Bhagyalakshmi Murli from Bangalore told to me once. And she's an access consciousness facilitator.
Yeah, I know her. I follow her. Yeah.
She said, what we recall, we recreate. So if you keep on recalling this, the you know what, the abuse and whatever hurt, you know, that a beautiful question she gave in one of the calls, where she said, for example, your husband was abusive, but if somebody else or children are abusive, whatever, she gave like $1 million question: how much have you been abusing yourself even after the abusers left?
Yeah.
That question, when she gave, I was like, oh my God. I said, Bhagya, this is like a question we all should ask ourselves. How much are we abusing ourselves even after the so-called abusers left?
Yes. Yes.
Right? So now stop saying that they abuse. Start acknowledging that I have been abusing even after they left.
Right. Right.
You know, stop
No, but
saying.
like for me, this is a constant thing, na? Like my daughter now married in Delhi. It's been 15 days since I spoke to her, 15, 20 days.
I get,
It's
see,
not
I'm not,
a-
you know, I'm not discounting, but there must have been a story, long story behind it, why the other person is behaving the way they are behaving. Because this is, first of all, this is not a platform where I want to get into
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
details of
Yeah.
the story. I'm just telling that if somebody is continuously abusing or continuously behaving bad, what is it about us that is not allowing us to come out of that abuse? I would like, you know, uh, I would like you to even focus on that and stop recalling the stories of abuse and recreating them.
Where do I need to take charge and draw my boundaries and
Yeah.
own my power?
And maybe that's why the
Yeah.
yellow sun and all of that.
Sun is willpower, determination, life force. Where do I need to stand tall, draw my boundaries, take charge of my own life and power? How nobody can abuse me without my permission.
हेलो मैम, जब
Right.
लेकिन वो याद आता है तो उसको क्या करना चाहिए? सोल टेम्पल करके खत्म कर देना चाहिए? हेलो,
वो सबसे आसान है मेरे लिए।
तो जब वो याद आती हैं चीजें तो उसको कैसे करें?
तो
सोल
बस
टेम्पल
बैठो
करके
उसके
खत्म
साथ,
कर
हर
दें?
रोज बैठो, हर रोज जो
अच्छा,
तकलीफ
होपोनोपोनो
पहुंचा
कर
रही है,
सकते हैं।
हाँ,
होपोनोपोनो
फॉरगिवनेस
कर
कर सकते हैं, जो होपोनोपोनो, बहुत सारी चीजें हैं। बट आप जब सवाल पूछोगे कि इसको मतलब खत्म, आई वुडंट इवन से गेटिंग रिड ऑफ इट, आई वुड से दैट
न्यूट्रलाइज।
चेंज करने के लिए, अगर
हाँ,
ये
न्यूट्रलिटी।
ऐसे सिचुएशन है, इसको चेंज करने के लिए मुझे क्या करना होगा, सिर्फ ये सवाल अगर हम पूछेंगे तो अपने आप जवाब मिलते जाएंगे, अलग अलग। कभी नीलम देगी, कभी वंदना, कभी कोई और, कभी सड़क चलता कोई इंसान बोल देगा कि अरे तुम ये करके देखो। जरूरी नहीं है।
In the next session when I come, I can talk about how to deal with hurt. maybe
Yeah,
we'll talk
sure.
about it.
And next session 5th May को नीलम का है.
Third है ना शायद? Third को है.
3rd है. I
हाँ.
think I thought it's 5th
नहीं,
May.
fifth है.
Okay, whatever. 3rd you're free. We'll keep it on 3rd.
जो भी है.
Vandana,
How
I
to
want to
close those
say
things?
some lines
Yeah.
for this group, for you, for Neelam and for everyone. ये
Okay.
कुछ समय पहले लिखी थी और आज अभी रिश्तों की भी बात हो रही है तो मैं ये खोल के बैठी हूँ और मुझे लग रहा है कि ये शायद तो मैं
Please go ahead.
सुनाना चाहूंगी. एक चुभन सी है जहाँ किसी रिश्ते में वो रिश्ता बेमानी सा लगता है. कुछ पल बैठी जब इस चुभन के साथ तो पाया कांटे मैंने ही उगा रखे हैं. एक चाह है जीते जी सबको गले लगा लूं. कर दे पूरी मेरी एक ख्वाहिश है दिल. अब तो हर पल मौत सा लगता है. रहेगी ना ये चाह अधूरी है जिंदगी. इतना तो भरोसा ये दिल तुझ पे भी रखता है. आए हैं यहाँ मिल गए हैं किस्मत से. एक दूसरे में खुद को देख लूं तो हर ख्वाब हकीकत सा लगता है. नफरत की खेती करके इस जहां को क्या दे जाऊंगी. अब तो बस प्यार उगा दूं पूरी कायनात में. दिल यही दुआ करता है.
Beautiful, awesome.
Beautiful.
Wow. Wow.
Beautiful.
This is birthing जो आज नीलम ने कराया ना. जो आप
Third
एक
May is what?
Wow.
What is on 3rd May, Bandana?
at 6 p.m. again because morning we had
Acha.
one and then now we have
Okay.
3 p.m. At 6 p.m.
Okay.
Neelam will be coming on 3rd May.
All right.
So
Thank
those
you
who
so
want to
much.
hear more of her in this on this
Can you
platform.
can you
Yes.
share some more videos or audios on shamanism? I would like to.
Neelam's shamanic link has already been sent on all groups. The shamanic
No.
link and
I
her
went
write
to
up.
a webinar on. Me and Paul had done a pre-recorded webinar on what is shamanism. That link Bandana has already shared. So you can. look.
In all the 3 groups I've shared, the morning, afternoon, and evening group. So if you go and
Yes.
look back, scroll back, you'll find it. The website
Okay.
and
And
the
you
details.
Neelam, your mobile number.
You can connect to me personally. I'll give it to you.
Okay.
Okay. I'll send the number.
रिकॉर्डिंग नहीं आई ना कल आफ्टरनून की रिकॉर्डिंग.
कल आफ्टरनून की रिकॉर्डिंग शायद मैंने अपलोड नहीं की क्योंकि यहाँ पे वाईफाई बहुत स्लो था. अपलोड करने में 1 घंटा लग रहा है तो मैं यही सोच रही हूँ कि शायद मैं 2-3 दिन में वापस घर चले जाऊंगी क्योंकि ये अभी 1 महीने का काम है मेरा तो मुझे अपलोड करने में दिक्कत हो रही है. सो बट एनीवे दैट्स फाइन. आई विल अपलोड बिकॉज आई हैव इवनिंग का रिकॉर्डिंग.
बहुत हाँ आपने बताया इवनिंग का नहीं था और कल आफ्टरनून का बहुत ब्यूटीफुल था एक्चुअली जो एम्पैथ वाला था ना तो
हाँ मैं भूल भी गई हूँ क्या था.
यस
तो मैं रिकॉर्डिंग है मेरे पास. जब मैं आई विल गो बैक होम आई विल रिकॉर्ड इट. आई मीन सॉरी अपलोड इट एंड आई विल सेंड इट.
लव यू.
And thank you all of you for joining like every day at this time and receiving Neelam and receiving whatever conversations are having. My recommendation to everybody would be that sometimes go back to all these 8 days or 21st को हमने शुरू किया तब से लेके अब तक में. What are the 3 things in it for you that you have kind of realized, and then sit on work on those 3 things, 3 emotions or 3 things. Tomorrow being a Sunday because tomorrow we are not having any workshop. So being a Sunday, don't stop doing your homework. You do it in your own place whenever you find time. In this many days, what are the 3 things that you picked up, whether it's Neelam's conversation, my conversations, your conversation, other people's conversation? What are the 3 things that you think that you can sit with and do Soul's Temple for that? Okay. That's
Okay. Vandana for having me. Thank you everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, Neelam. Thank you, Vandana.
Neelam. Thank you,
Lots
Neelam.
of love
Thank
both
you
of
so
you.
much from the bottom of my
Thank you for
heart.
creating this platform.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye. Bye, guys.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.